Ó. Akkor aludjunk. Jó éhesek is vagyunk. Hát nem nagyon maradt semmi kaja. Oké. Lesznek bajok. De ha meg... Ó, bazd meg, hát már megint mennyi lóvét kell. Nem lesz ez könnyű, gyerekek. Az a nagy büdös igazság. Na jó, induljunk el. De ma megint nem fog szévelni. Aztán azaz. Igen. Akartam mondani, hogy... Tudom. Jó reggelt. Jó, hát elindulok oda le, hát ha megtalálom a... Most akkor... Oda. Hogy kell holsterezni amúgy sehogy, mi? Na, de induljunk el. Majd lesz valami. Nem, de bár. Világ hátára kell menni. Baj. Azért már 11 óra van, most nézem. Jesus. Szia, tehén. Hogy vagy? Ó, felé megyek, ugye? Ajaj. Mit mondod? Tiszol? De, fuck. Nem, de... Codex. Characters. Nagyon köszönöm. Elnézést, hogyha lemutolva voltunk, csak... Köszi Leon. Köszi. Oké. Szóval most hol van a... Basz meg. Jó, korán halt. Hello, Leon. Szóval most őt elmondta, hogy mi kell. Azt hol találom meg? Tehát így most tök jó. Hogy... De most tényleg. Tehát ilyenkor hol van az, hogy nekem crafting, potion, lullaby. Itt a beszélgetésünk hol van? Tehát amit beszéltem Tehát most tényleg. Tehát elmondta, hogy mi kell. Olajba kell raknom, nem tudom mit. Talán diszlisót benne, nem tudom már miket kért, vagy mondott. Ura ez nekem, hogy ezt én hol találom. Még egy kis kamomil. Kamomila? Ja, nem az. Igen, kérném szépen, Leon, mert elfejtettem bekapcsolni. Ez meg mi ez itt? Camp of the Road. És mit lehet aludni? Megtámadnak. És de bazzeg nem lehet széle. Ez nagyon nem szeretem ezt. Én nem tudom, ezt miért rakták be. Értem, hogy mi lenne a lényege, hogy így csinálja magadnak italokat, és akkor majd attól te itt majd tudsz szévelni, de ez olyan... Hogy mondod? Múltkor itt ültek, akik itt voltak, aztán mindegy. Most már nincsenek itt. Húha, változik a világ rendesen. Jó, ott mi van? Ó, de oda. Jó, nekem jobbra kéne menni. A handból töltöttem föl, Leon, de ebből nem. Majd köszi, ha fölrakod, legközelebb majd recordolok. Megint éhes. De az meg nincs kajánk. Mehet. Hát ma van a megjelenés. Tehát az előzőt azért nem mondtam, hogy ne tedd még ki, meg kellett nézzetnem, hogy jó-e. Mert ugye az csak bizonyos dolgokat lehetett kirakni. Ami ugye 2 hete volt, vagy mikor, másfél hétet, mi ilyesmi. Köszönöm. És végigfutok itt az úton. Nagy irgalmamban. Ők azok, akiket keresünk? Vajon? Nem hiszem. Hello. Mi van?
Hey, Hans!
Are you talking to me?
Who else? Gutenberg, the hangman's halter? You really don't remember?
What?
Back already, Hans? I thought you'd be gone a lot longer.
Where is it exactly I'm supposed to be coming back from?
You said you were off to Germany to sell your wares. I gave you some trinkets to see if you have any luck hawking them for me there. Didn't you go in the end?
I'm not Hans. I'm Henry.
Yeah, right, Hans. And I'm King Sigismund.
Do we know each other?
Of course. It's me, Joachim. We met in Gutenberg. We had that row about who had the right to a better pitch at the market. We nearly crossed swords at the cattle market in the morning. But come evening, we were getting boozed up together at the hangman's halter. You more than me, I reckon, seeing as you don't remember.
I have to get going. So long.
See you later, Hans.
Yeah, right.
Ah, Hans.
You're a trader.
Just a plain old huckster.
How's business?
It's been better. Luckily, there are still enough people in Gutenberg who aren't living hand to mouth, but they still chafe at the prices, even though I haven't put them up in years.
Where do you get the good...
Wherever I can, Hans. Every now and then I meet a merchant on the road who's happy to trade with me. Other times I bump into a craftsman in some backwater who makes quality stuff that doesn't cost the earth. So I peddle my wares around the country.
I'm curious to see...
Wares? Trinkets and baubles, more like.
Persze. Saves the game. Ja, ezeket majd leather itemet javít. Aha, 31-ért, az igen. Na jó, szóval ott tartottunk, hogy kéne kérdezni, hogy hova a búbánatba tűnt a Kovácsnak a jármű, mi az? Szállítmánya. Ez mi? Semmi. Most meg legalább már itt vagyok akkor. Itt vagyok szemimbe. Szemibe. Hello.
Don't cause any trouble. Got it?
Cheers. I hope you have an uneventful shift.
Okay.
So I says to him, "No, father, I haven't been fornicating. I've just been loving my neighbour." Hey, you all right there, laddie? Oh, you should have seen him. He went as red as a cardinal's hat. Aye. Hey, servant, bring some wine.
Me? I'm not a servant.
Oh, I know. Old Samine is saving supplies for the wedding later. But you didn't need to bother your wee head about that.
Look, I'm not from here.
Oh. I didn't give a fuck what you fray. You speak our language, do you not?
Well, Yarko, seems to me this fella doesn't know how to behave toward his betters.
The old man's hired hands are lacking in manners. We'll soon fix that. I'll get you.
What?
Ah!
My God! A brawl! Put him in the stock! What are you doing? Such violence. Does anyone live by the Bible these days? Shame! Shame on you!
Someone better hold me back. Stop beating him!
That madman. Why'd he do it?
Bang him!
Put him on his ass.
Shame on you!
Filthy vermin. Come on, you. I'll beat you to a bloody pulp! Fucker! Show your stuff!
Who's that madman?
That madman! Why'd he do it?
The mangy fucking punk burst his gall.
Fucking hell!
Expect that, did you, you dumb bastard?
This is unbelievable!
Come on! Oh, you wee blasted!
The devil's name is fucking going on here?
What do you think's going on, Grandad? I'm teaching your people here how we do things.
Grandad?
Why, Grandad? An old captain like you probably still remember the flood.
True enough, Yurko. I am old. And I remember all sorts of things. Like you. When you were a little nipper running around here bare arse with a ribbon in your hair, screaming out how you was Princess Sophie. Poor lad, hadn't a moment's peace from his big sisters.
What about that wine?
Who in God's name are you?
Henry. The Takoff blacksmith sent me. Radovan.
Blacksmith, eh? Then you'll have some explaining to do. Come along and never mind that fool Yurko. Young Samin's getting married, so we have to put up with his kin from Moravia.
Na, volt egy kibonyó.
Dozen geese. And I must tell Vashek to get 3 pigs ready for slaughter. And the carters will have to be sent to Yechin to get at least a peck of poppy seed for cakes. And gingerbread spices. Oh, and wine, too. It's almost all gone. What we bought only last week.
Enter!
Sorry to intrude, sir. This is Henry, blacksmith Radovan's hand.
Oh, excellent. Dorothy, leave us now. Just make sure that there's plenty of everything so long as it doesn't cost too much.
But, sir...
Not another word! Leave us!
Dorota.
So Radovan sent you alone. Who's going to unload it all? It's a whole cartload.
Yeah, Radovan sent me, sir, but not with the goods. The thing is, he's missing his cart, along with the carter in his hands.
What? But they never came here. Are you telling me they got lost?
Well, I couldn't tell you what happened to them, sir, but it's my job to find them.
There are all sorts of vermin roaming the countryside.
Oh, no
so...
need to imagine the worst right off, gnarly. Anyway, I need the load from that cart, so saddle up your old nag and we'll ride out, Captain. I could do with a breath of fresh air. I've had it up to the eyeballs with counting geese and pies.
What about Henry here, sir?
Well, what about him?
We could use an extra pair of hands. You know how my shoulder's acting up. Yurko is shit-faced, and your son...
The older has work to do. All right, take Henry with you if you want. Just so long as he doesn't slow us down.
Thank you, sir.
Mehetünk.
So, lad, you going with us? I hope you're happy about it.
Yeah. I'll be glad to help you.
Oh, you reckon we can't manage on our own?
No, that's not how I meant it.
Take it easy, son. I'm only yanking your pizzle. By the way, the fellas at the gate say you came here on foot.
Yeah, I did.
Christ above. And how are you going to ride with us? On the back of my saddle? You're a bit big for that, ain't ya? And I'm a bit too old.
I figured I'd just run along behind you.
You could, but even with them young legs of yours, you'd hold us back. You're in need of a horse.
Well, those don't come cheap.
True. But your luck's in, lad. Our groom brought in a grey nag not long ago. Tell him you've got to ride out with us, and he'll give it to you for a decent price.
All right. Thanks.
Well, that should be that. Unless you've got any more questions.
Actually, there is something I'd like to ask about. And you, sir, what is it you do?
Well, son, I wonder if I haven't made a mistake about you. If you haven't figured me out by now, you can't be very bright.
No, I just meant, what exactly is it you do for Lord Seming? And your name isn't exactly very common.
I'm the captain here, and I'm sure I don't have to tell you what a captain does. As for my name, it's a nickname Lord Semin's grandpa gave me. May he rest in peace. When I joined his service as a young fella, I took my gnarly club with me. Wouldn't use anything else. I was used to it. And more than once helped me to, win an argument. I broke many a hard skull with it. And it's still in one piece. We've been together so long, we even share the same name.
You're lucky you didn't turn out to be Captain Knob.
Or Captain Headcracker. You're right.
I'd like to go and see that wedding.
Wouldn't we all, lad? And what would you do there?
I'd eat and drink my fill and check out the local maidens.
I hope Lord Samin didn't hear you. He'd be none too pleased to hear you want to take part in such a grand affair, just to stuff your face and roll an A with some drunken wench.
I beg your pardon, Captain, but that's what most fellas go to weddings for.
That's an unspoken truth, son. Unspoken, mind. Anyways, you're Radovan's hand, ain't ya? He'll be coming to the wedding. He's making a wedding gift for the groom. Stick with him, and maybe he'll take you with him.
This Yurko and his mates.
Yurko.
They're Lord Samin's kin. They're fine as long as they don't get too much booze inside them.
Only they're from Moravia, so they're never far from the booze.
But what can I tell you, lad? Each to himself. Besides, they stick with the family when push comes to shove. And you can't say that about everyone.
We should probably get going.
My thoughts exactly. Off to the courtyard, then.
Jó éti-bom. Ja, nekem is kéne, de úgy magával visz mindig ez a... Jó, az öreg nem tart itt valami jót. Úgy jól lenne lehetne szévelni. Na mindegy. Hát kimenni. Anyád hogy van? Amúgy.
Ennyi műveletlen baromba, hogy lehet ezt kibírni, komolyan mondom.
Hát, olyan bunkót érted, ki se enged az... Igen, és hova megyek? Semmi van most.
I'm ready to set out.
Great. Now stick close to us, lad, and don't...
All right, Captain.
Where will we start searching, sir?
Ó, bazd meg! De hát most... De állj már meg! Ó!
Right, sir. You keep up with us, son.
Bassza meg!
But it seems there's fellas vanishing on the way.
Very good, Captain.
What do you think about it, Captain?
I know you told me
Szerintem
you
elbasztam.
haven't come to any conclusions, sir, but I can't help myself. Someone's running rampant around here, sir.
I know who's running rampant. Yurko in the cellar. We're out of wine again. I knew this wedding wouldn't be cheap, but I'm bleeding like a stuck pig. And the bailiff, the bride's father, you'd get more blood out of a stone than coin out of him. And then he behaves like I shit golden eggs just because I'm a noble. Even though he's got more coin than me.
Such are the times, sir. But that Yurko, he's going too far.
You know how those Moravians are. It's in his blood.
Aye, I noticed. But they're getting too much to handle. Him and his cronies. They started on young Henry as soon as he set foot on the courtyard.
What? Is that true, Henry?
It was nothing. Just a bit of a friendly brawl. They clearly had a skinful. I can understand it.
Well, I've sure as hell got no understanding for it. I hope they didn't hurt you.
Young Henry here gave Yurko a nice hammering.
Oh, that's no surprise. The fella can hardly stand upright most of the time.
You'd have to get up early to catch them sober. But they wasn't that drunk as to give Henry an easy fight.
Look here, lad. If you're such a champion, I'm sure you'd accept the challenge of an old man like myself.
It would be an honor, sir.
Excellent. Not afraid, eh? That's what I like to see. There's an abandoned pen along the path a bit. We'll stop off there and see what you're made of.
All right, sir. If you'll excuse me, I'll explain some things to the youngster here first. Wouldn't want no accidents happening.
Amúgy ez... Komoly milyen izé van. De követi magától. Igen. De mit művelsz?
All right, son. You're going to fight Lord Samin. It'll be an honorable fight, so you better act accordingly. Hold on a moment. I'll give you some gear for it.
That won't be necessary. I've got all I need.
Well, all right. But it never hurts to have something in reserve. You can have my cudgel. It might be just a stick, but it's my stick, so careful with it.
Thank you, Captain.
Save the thanks and get your arse into the pen.
Ez Franco, itt fogunk harcolni. Ez komoly, hogy ebbe harcolunk.
All right, let's do it.
Az öreget szétbasztam. Ne haragudjál már a...
Get over here, you warrior. What do you say, son?
You really gave me the runaround.
I'm no spring chicken, but I'm as spry as ever.
God's truth, sir. You didn't disgrace yourself, but I can see the young un has spirit. Anyways, you can keep that old junk, Henry. Even my cudgel. But take care of the old fella. He might be just a piece of wood, but he saved my arse more than once.
I will, Captain.
And since you won, I've got something else for you as well. My shield.
Hoppá.
Isn't that a bit too much, gnarly?
Sir, my left shoulder's fucked anyway. I can't carry no shield.
True enough.
Thank you.
Azt a kurva. Oda nézzetek. Hát kaptam shieldet. Baszta. De jó. Én azért inkább így hordanám, igen. Már megérte. Megmosogattad magad? Én is megmosom magam, hiszen nem szakad az eső, ugye nincs gond. Úgyhogy nyomjuk. Drágám. Egy lónak jobban örültem volna. Nem érdekes. Így van. Jó.
I call it the art of not getting stupid as soon as you step foot outside the village. But do come. We've got a nice arena in Samin. It ain't no abandoned pig there.
You can't always choose your battlegrounds, gnarly. Whether it's a pig pen or an arena in Carlsbad. It's the performance that counts. And while we're on the subject, where are you from, man? It's clear you're not from Trusty.
I'm from Silver Scalix, sir.
Aha! Now I understand why you're here. You're not the first one to flee here from the war.
I I don't flee from a fight, sir. I have work here, and a lot of scores to settle.
You want to get revenge for what happened back home? That usually doesn't end well. You'd be better advised to find yourself a well-built girl.
Ajajaj.
Cottage, and visit the church and the tavern himself. There's no helping you do it anyway.
That's nice advice, sir. Only women will tie you down, lad. Better to go and see a bit of the world. You're doing the right thing.
What did I do for you?
Semmit, barátom, elém álltál. Nekem meg dolgom van. Oda bent. Jó volt ez a buli, nem? Na.
So, we're in Troskovitz. What now, sir? Should I go to the bailiff and ask if he might have seen someone?
Well, that makes sense. But the young fella here should do it. If the bailiff sees you, he'll guess I'm in the village and come and bother me. And I'm really not in the mood today for any bombardment of complaints.
I understand, sir. All right, Henry. Run along to the rat house and inquire about that wagon.
And Henry, not a word about me. Are we clear?
As you wish, sir.
Várjál már, most ez melyik? Ez. J, mint János. Ez az. Nem, itt van bent. Okay. Na most ez Frankon elment aludni? Ez amúgy ez olyan fura volt mindig is, az, hogy olyankor jössz ide, amikor épp alszik, akkor így várnod kell. Elnézést, nem tudja, hol van a...
Master Bailiff, can I ask you about something?
Ask away, by all means. Wait now, aren't you that lad who's helping Radovan in the forge?
Yeah, that's me.
I heard his hired hands went missing.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm here.
Ah, I was thinking they were driving awful fast with that cart.
You saw them?
I did, a few days back. They raced through the village in the early evening so fast, they were dropping sacks of charcoal.
Where were they headed?
Towards the east, to Apollonia on the road to Yichin. And you're looking for them?
I am indeed.
I'm glad to hear it. I heard there were goods for Semin on that cart, and I can do without that kind of trouble now, on account of the wedding, you know?
Do you know anything about Radovan's hired hands?
Only what I've told you. But to tell you the truth, I wouldn't mind if they never turned up again.
Why's that?
Well, they might look like butter wouldn't melt in their mouths, and Radovan praises them, but I know people. That pair have mischief in their eyes. I can tell.
Akkor lehet, hogy...
It seems you have a lot of concerns with that wedding, Master Bailiff.
Of course I do. I'm the father of the bride, after all. Although not everyone sees eye to eye with me. Lord Semin would be happier if I paid all the bills and left all the decisions up to him. Who's invited, what there'll be to eat and drink, entertainment, everything. It's not like I have a burning desire to deal with it, but if I'm going to pay for it...
I understand, but isn't it just that the groom's family is more concerned about these things?
That's not it. I'll tell you what it is. It's because Lord Semine is a noble and I'm just a commoner. Only I've got coin. While he's trying to keep the wolf from the door in that piddling estate of his.
You ought to calm down, Master Bailiff. That kind of talk can stir things up.
You're right, of course. It just makes me mad, though.
I understand. That'll be all. Thanks.
Game saved. Remek időben csináljuk ezt a küldetést, amúgy is ez totál random, gondolom. Komoly eső.
Well then, young man, how did it go?
They were spotted here, sir. Going to the east, towards Apollonia.
So the Yitchin? The bastards! And what about my goods?
Oh, they were driving so fast, it was falling off the cart.
The thieving scum. Let's hurry. To Yitchin.
Sir, I can send a message to the Itchin captain of the guard.
Oh, it'll take too long. We'll go and get them ourselves.
Won't you be missing preparations for the wedding at home, sir?
I will. Praise Lord Jesus Christ. If I have to choose between riding...
Ez jó, hogy tudom követni, mondjuk az előzőben is volt, azt hiszem ez.
I'll take Yitchin anytime. Besides, there's a nice inn along the way. The Three Cats.
A 3 macska fogadó van út közben.
I remember that place. But I'm not sure, sir, if they'll let the two of us set foot inside the door.
Oh, no, that was 15 summers ago. God knows if the place is even then.
True. Still, we'd better keep our eyes peeled. They might not have gone to Yitchin. They could have turned off something. Or something could have happened. There might have been ambush, maybe.
When you give over with that, I'll bet my braves they weren't ambushed. More likely we'll find them boozing in the Three Cats.
That'd surely be the best outcome, if that old dive is still standing. Let's go then.
Mivel nem vettem lovat,
Henry, what way the hell have you been? Let's go.
mivel nem vettem lovat, szerintem ez egy picit hosszú ideig fog itt tartani. Hiszen nem bírja követni. Szopadsz? Bebugol? Eldobta a követést is az előbb.
So, Saint Anthony, which way now?
While you're praying to the patron saint of lost things, go and have a look along the road, Gnarly. And you, Henry, have a look to the left.
All right, sir. But don't forget, my eyesight ain't what it used to be.
Well, that's what we have the youngster for, isn't it? Off you go.
Na. Jöjjön egy kis investigate. Aha.
A sack of charcoal? That could have fallen off the cart.
Egy fasz a kis ásó. Na, fasz a lockpick, te hárd. Hé, tesó.
Did you see a cart drive through here by any chance?
All the time, friend, from Troskovich to Yitchin and back. Sometimes even a slow cart with a dead body.
I'm looking for a cart loaded with goods from the blacksmith. Probably moving fast.
Now that you mention it, I do recall something of the like. They even dropped a sack of charcoal. When you go out of the cemetery onto the road, you should see it right there on the right-hand side. God be with you.
Igen, azt már észrevettem, tess. Tehát, hogy... Jó? Igen. Most tovább kéne mennem, vagy... Na jó, de meddig menjek? Akkor lehet, hogy csak ennyi, hogy láttam? Itt az öreg. Gyere.
Found anything, lad?
There's a sack of charcoal lying in the ditch to the left of the road. The bailiff said they were driving like the devil, so maybe it fell from the cart.
Oh, that makes sense. To the left it is then. Gnarly! Back here!
We're getting close. I can feel it in my bones, sir. You'll have the car back in no time.
I just hope we find the horses too. Yarmilka here ain't the youngest, and I wouldn't want to drag it back home myself.
A nobleman in harness. We ain't ever had such a spectacle in these parts.
You might get to see it soon enough. The lords in this country have all gone to the dogs. Every lowborn with a bit of coin builds a house in Kuttenberg while we live in squalor. Why do you reckon that is, lad?
That's the change in the economical situation, sir. The burghers have more rights, and they make smart use of them. They put their coin to work for them. They've got shops, baths, inns, mills, while the nobles sit waiting until Jack from Backwater Hamlet brings them 3 groschen in taxes on St. Gallus's Day.
You're right there. Only Jack hasn't even got 3 groschen these days. None of this would be happening if we had a king. And I mean a real one, not Wenceslas or Sigismund. Oh, anywhere that's not ruled by a strong hand, all sorts of things go wrong.
Especially when you've got Moravian relatives eating you out of house and home.
Oh, hold up. This is strange. I don't see any cart tracks. What do you reckon, Gnarly?
I'm blind as a mole, sir. But it's all peculiar right enough. Where the hell could that cart have vanished to?
Well, that's just it. They had nowhere to turn off.
I'll look up the road a bit. And you, Henry, have a look back along the road. Maybe it fell in a ditch somewhere. Who knows?
Very well, sir.
Aha. Hmm.
The blacksmith's cart. And someone went to a hell of a lot of trouble to hide it from the road.
Hey! I found the blacksmith's cart! Come here!
Well, now, here we have it. The blacksmith's cart.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to hide it from the road.
Of course, the goods are gone. The bastards hauled it off to the rocks. That's clear. Well, we can't let them get away with it. We'll carry on, but on foot. My old young milker would only break a leg there. And keep a sharp lookout. Something stinks here.
I told you, they got ambushed by them bastards that's on the rampage around here, sir.
Oh, be quiet. We still can't be sure of anything.
Na, az öreget le fogják vágni, az érzésem. Megyek előre inkább főnök, jó? Gyanús a környék.
Trapped there all night I was, shitting myself with fear. It wasn't till morning that the folk from the fortress found me. The whole of Sameen was out looking for me.
See, at least you came here as a kid. It still gives me the creeps here.
Why is that, sir? It's just some rocks, ain't it?
You'd sing a different tune if you'd had the ropemaker's wife as a nanny when you were little. Now, she had some tales about this place. Headless horsemen.
Maradj már csöndbe! Öreg!
Every night, we'd gather by the hearth. The old woman would sit at her spinning wheel telling stories. I'll tell you, Captain, there isn't much I'm afraid of. But when that blind old crone was croaking her tales of devils and holes to hell, with the fire crackling and the wind whistling outside. Yeah, I hear it.
There's somebody there, sure enough.
Let's get closer.
You never know what crosses folk have to bear. Supposed, have you forgotten I was ordained, you ignoramus? For fuck's sake, you was never ordained, Hunter. I was.
És mi most?
In the forest chapel by Bodira. Like, fuck he ordained you. Just 'cause old Stumble poured some pond water on your head in the woods don't mean a damn thing. But Stumble's a priest.
Stumble is a drunken old fool who claims he was a priest. He can't even quote one psalm.
Don't you think he'd have a better nickname than Stumble if he was a priest?
What do we do now? I heard more than two voices.
I used to clamber around here as a young lad. The girls from Slatigo used to come make a fire here and jump over it, and so's their underwear wouldn't catch fire. Sometimes they'd take it off.
That's nice, Gnarly, but I don't think it's scantily clad maidens we'll be running into here. So what's that got to do with anything?
Well, there's a nice view into the gorge from up there. We only have to go back a bit, and we can get up there nicely.
Right. Henry, what are you waiting for? This is just the kind of thing we took you along for.
Sure, sir. With a bit of luck, there might be some girls there, too.
I could do without girls with voices like that. Now get going.
All right. But that ain't normal. Everyone must be laughing at the wedding. Why? Some people might like it. I don't know who'd like that. And did they do something? What the fuck do you imagine they do?
Those definitely aren't the blacksmith's hands.
So how
How's it look, Sonny? How many?
I saw 3. And they don't look like Radovan's hands.
And what about my goods?
I didn't see them. It looked more like a patrol. I reckon there might be more of them hereabouts.
Seems we can't avoid a fight. I hope you're ready, Henry.
Szia, Barbie.
Of course. We'll smash them to smithereens, and in the evening, we'll drink a toast from their skulls. Ha-ha!
Hold your horses, son. Keep some of that piss and vinegar for the fight. You might have whipped me in that pig pen, but this is a different matter.
So, how are we gonna do it? Do you just want to charge them, sir?
What else do you suggest?
Someone could go back up top and try to take one of them down with an arrow before we charge them. There's a good view of the camp from up there.
Good idea. Borrow my crossbow. My shoulder's giving me jip anyway.
Aye, sir.
Climb up top, and as soon as you shoot the first time, we'll charge them. And make sure you don't hit one of us.
Captain.
Oh. 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 Oh.